Winning the lottery is a life-changing event. It also shows you what that person is made of. And these people, not a lot of smarts. From squandering your money away to literally committing crimes, here are 10 stupid lottery winners. 10. Christina Goodnow. On October 9, 2005, Christina Elizabeth Goodnow's wildest dreams came true when she found out that she was the sole winner of a whopping $1 million lottery prize. Only a slight hiccup in the way, one that Goodnow didn't realize until it was too late. She bought the ticket with her boyfriend's deceased mother, who had died an entire year prior, which is, a major crime. Goodnow chose to have her prize broken down into annual payments. All was well until she received her first payment, a decent $33,500. The crazy purchases she made drew the authorities' attention to her spending. Purchases she made again with the stolen credit card. She would eventually be charged with identity theft, fraud, forgery, possession of methamphetamines, and many, many things. What ensued next was a long court battle full of appeals, sentences, and a desperate Goodnow who wanted to claim her lottery winnings. The court battle ended in 2012. Goodnow's final argument was that it was an excessive punishment to take away her $1 million prize for the use of a stolen credit card. The court didn't indulge her demands, and her lottery prize, minus the $33,500 that had already been spent, was forfeited to the Medford Police Department. Guess next time, when you plan on purchasing a lottery ticket, don't buy it with a credit card that wasn't your own. 9. Sharon Tarabasi. Sharon Tarabasi is the perfect example of wasting away your lottery prize. She went from living on welfare to winning an unfathomable $10 million award. A little splurging is understandable, but the extent Tarabasi went to was excessive. The Lotto Super 7 payout doesn't come with a financial advisor, so no one told Tarabasi spending money on all those expensive cars, luxury trips, lavish parties, designer clothes, paying off friends' loans, and a mansion was a bad idea. According to Tarabasi, she would occasionally check her bank account every now and then, but the number of zeros always reassured her there was more, until one day she had less than $750,000 left. She told the press, and that was time for the fun to stop, and to just go back to life. But what a fun time that was. She took all her friends on an exotic, all-expenses-paid trip to Las Vegas, the Caribbean, California, Florida, and Cancun. She married her boyfriend and had 3 children. In 2006, the happy couple bought an insane $550,000 mansion in Ancaster. They bought 4 vehicles, a $200,000 Cadillac Escalade with the license plate named Baby Fat, one of Tarabasi's favorite designer clothing lines. They also got a Mustang, a Hummer, and a Dodge Charger. The lottery winner graciously gave her parents $1 million, and her 4 siblings received $1.75 to split between them. Tarabasi would go on to buy several houses in Hamilton, not for herself, but to rent out to her families at reasonable prices. She would pay people's rent, help with loans, help a friend when her husband went to jail, help friends start a business in Toronto, and more. It all came crashing down over time. They lived in constant fear of being robbed. Her husband would crash the Mustang. The rest of the cars would need repairs they can't afford anymore. Eventually, Tarabasi found herself where she started, working part-time and living in a rented home with her 6 children. 8. William Hurt. Unlike Sharon Tarabasi, it only took William Hurt an impressive 2 years to completely ruin his life. In 1989, Hurt was the lucky winner of $3.1 million in the Michigan lottery. Also, unlike Tarabasi, he wouldn't squander his money away on helping friends and family. He spent it on monetary pleasures, such as cocaine. Within those 2 years, probably the worst 2 years of his life, he would get in a messy divorce that would take a big chunk of his prize. He lost custody of his children, and the doozy, he was charged with the murder of his girlfriend. 7. Andrew Jackson Whittaker Jr. In 2002, Andrew Jackson, or Jack Whittaker Jr., won the largest jackpot ever won by a single person in U.S. history, an astronomical $314.9 million. He was a little more careful with his prize. He donated large sums of it to charity, but he grew careless and drunk on the money. Life took a wrong turn when he lost $545,000 in cash after someone broke into his car. His house turned into a crime scene when his granddaughter's boyfriend was found dead of a drug overdose there. The granddaughter herself died a year later. Later on, a casino sued him for a punishing $1.5 million in bounced checks. 6. Amanda Clayton. After winning the state lottery Make Me Rich, Amanda Clayton took home a staggering $1 million. She thought she could have the best of both worlds. While keeping the $1 million, she continued to live on welfare and cash in her food stamps. Of course, this was noticed pretty quickly. She was arrested and charged with welfare fraud. Her sentence was only 9 months of probation and a $5,500 fine. Sadly, Clayton would die of a drug overdose. 5. John Ross Jr. Why win the lottery if you just plan on stealing a car? What went on in John Ross Jr.'s mind, no one would ever know. In 2012, Ross won the lottery. For the next 20 years, his high California lottery scratch ticket would award him $70,000 per year. In the interview after his amazing announcement, Ross enthusiastically announced that he planned on using the money to buy a car. Apparently, he had never owned a car in his life, and this was a dream come true. Aww, right? Then things took a less worrisome turn. Ross got arrested for the attempted theft of a Honda Civic, the car he was supposed to buy. Most of the money he won had to go toward bailing him out of jail. 4. Americo Lopez. Here's some good old-fashioned betrayal and friends stabbing each other in the back. Americo Lopez was part of a workplace lottery pool. He and a group of construction workers from New Jersey pulled their money together to try their luck. Lopez had the lucky job of buying the tickets himself. In 2009, their lucky pool actually worked. They won a whopping $38.5 million. Only, Lopez decided to keep all the money for himself. He tried to get away with it by quitting. A coworker grew suspicious and found out the truth, and his friend sued him. After being taken to court, Lopez was ordered to equally split the money between him and his ex-coworkers. 3. Denise Rossi. When Denise Rossi won $1.3 million from the California lottery, she came to the sudden realization that she didn't want to share them. 11 days later, she filed for divorce from her husband, Thomas Rossi, but she didn't tell him about it in the hopes of keeping all the money for herself. When Thomas found out, he was furious. He then proceeded to sue her for every dime she was worth. And since she had violated state asset disclosure laws, the court granted him the entire $1.3 million. 2. Evelyn Adams. From a millionaire living in a trailer park, brace yourselves for this particular odd lottery winner. Evelyn Adams has to be one of the luckiest people to ever live. She managed not only to win the lottery once, but to win it twice, and in consecutive years. The first time she hit a jackpot was in 1985, and the second time was in 1986. Perhaps that was what made her so cocky, plus the fact that she was a compulsive gambler. Her winnings amounted to a life-changing $5.4 million. However, most of it was spent in Atlantic City. Her family and friends received a lot of the money as well. Not too long after, Adams went completely broke and started living in a trailer park. 1. Michael Carroll. What would you do if you won millions of dollars? Snorting cocaine using a solid gold pen probably isn't that high on your to-do list. But that's what Michael Carroll did. There is actually a documentary about Michael Carroll and his wild life. At the age of 19 years old, Carroll's life was forever changed when he hit the jackpot, winning 10 million euros, which is about $14 million. Carroll assured everyone that he wouldn't squander away the money on lavish things. But oh, did he squander it away. He almost immediately purchased a 50 million euro BMW and a Mercedes. A lakeside mansion was only the next logical step, followed by lots of prostitutes and cocaine. He also bought steel balls that he would catapult into shop windows. Maybe it was karma, but all of his excess spending and partying led him to being flat out broke. Now, you'll find him working at a biscuit factory in Scotland. And these are all the lottery winners we have for you today. What did you think of their life decisions? What do you think if you won the lottery? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and before you go, if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to Weeklypedia and click that notification bell to be alerted whenever we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.